Hello guys, Vengeancer here. Just finished up grinding Ronaros for about the 6th or 7th hour. I didn't get quite as much trash loot that time, because I got into a fight with a guy over here, which made me want to make this video. Turn that off, get rid of that. So, it's kind of a grinding update. I didn't really have, there's not really any footage to put because I didn't get anything of substance grinding over there at Ronaros for 5, 6, 7 hours. I'm potion piece hunting still for the Ronaros piece, Ron's Tintinabulum, whatever, however you say that. We got 3 pity pieces that time, but the best thing I'm getting from here is I got a Pry Forest Ronaros ring. I got 3 this hour, but most of my money's coming either from the trash loot or from these pure forest breaths. I get like 20 an hour. And then of course you get them on some voodoo dolls. There's nothing significant about it. These are pretty valuable, the event that's going on. You can get them from fishing too, so I get a whole lot more from fishing overnight than I do from grinding. They don't drop as frequently, but making about 200 million an hour off of trash loot, 15,000, 14 and a half to 15 and a half thousand trash loot depending on how fast I go. But the wizard's not very fast. Even Suck Wizard, just PvE is just not very good, and PvP is not great either, which makes me want to talk about it a little bit. Which I need to read a skill while it's running. Give me just a sec. Fireball explosion spread 1404 times 7 in your vicinity. What's the other one? 688 times 5. See, I don't understand why that does so much more damage than the other one. I guess it's because of the fact that it's a melee based skill. It's the same with this blizzard. 1228 times 1, and then you got this one is like basically set and forget. I guess I can't do not giving me the preview now. Okay, sure. I guess we can't see it because we're on the horse. But I wanted to talk a little bit about the wizard PvP. I don't usually get too frustrated about the PvP aspect. You know, if somebody comes along, grind spot, kills me, great, I'll res, and I'll try to defend my spot and try to, you know, kill them back and get some practice. But when you're at such a disadvantage anymore as a caster class, it's pretty bad. The guy that came by this hour when I was grinding and took this, I had to switch realms. I couldn't keep up with the guy to even attempt to kill him back, but the mobility is an issue. He's a very big issue on Wizard. And some other caster classes have that problem too. We're just slow. But this guy would literally port in, drop all of his skills, and then port back out. Or if I would res and try to, you know, hit him back, he would literally be off my screen before I could even do anything. I would just look like an idiot trying to keep up with him. You know, he dropped the double teleport and a couple dashes and movement skills, and that's all the wizard has. And then you're on cooldown for like 6 seconds, so you're just running along at a snail's pace, and this guy's just dropping 14 movement skills over and over, and he just disappears off your screen. Now, the class that it was, I figured out it was a Megu, one of the new classes, and they do a lot of damage, so I pretty much ported in, and he hit me, and I couldn't move. Got stunned, I guess, or grabbed or something. I don't know what their skills do. I haven't played one of them, but... And I was dead in 2 or 3 hits before I could even get out of the stun, so there was no counterplay whatsoever. And then, like I said, when I would res and try to go after him, can't keep up with the guy. Couldn't do anything. The guy just ran off and left me. So it makes me realize that why I don't pull nearly as much trash loot as other classes, and it's a movement thing. I don't have the movement skills to get from pack to pack quickly. I don't have dashes like other classes, so I'm gonna have to compensate with other methods for fighting, which I don't think there are many. I think it's just a matter of testing out some builds and possibly changing some of these skills up. I really don't. I mean, this is my PvE build, so I don't really have a PvP build currently, but it's not going to be much different. I have some of the skills I'm already going to need. But it just doesn't. I just don't see. I don't see a way of eking any more usability out of what I already have. You know, I mean, the build I don't think is the problem. I think it's just a matter of being at such a disadvantage. And you don't see this as much in node wars and sieges and stuff, because there's other players to hide in. You know, there's groups. You're like hitting groups, and you're not just being targeted 1v1. So there, you know, you can kind of teleport away and get lost in a crowd of other players, and then drop your damage, you know, and actually get your skills off. So it's a little easier in large scale PvP for a wizard, but the 1v1, it's just awful. You don't have any hard CC skills other than the knockdowns, and then that's if they get applied, you know. So it's just, it is what it is, but it's still frustrating. I don't want to spend all of the time and money re-rolling to a new class. I would have to mostly just leave this for life skill. The weight would be a problem. The level might be an issue, but although getting a 62 is not too bad. I do have a Zerker. I would have to level up a couple of levels, and then swap my gear over and just leave my life skill stuff on here, because I'm not going to swap all the life skills over. I just would not do that. It would just be combat. So I would just take all of my combat gear and then put life skilling gear on the wizard, and then just go grind with the Zerker. But I don't want to go to all that work to doing it, and I would have to. I have things to transfer these levels over. I have I don't know, scrolls or coupons, whatever you want to call them. To do that, the only thing I don't have is the weight and the level, which I had a scroll that would do that. It expired and I didn't want to do it. I was waiting on getting all of those, but I decided I didn't want to transfer the life skill. So I'd have to grind quite a few skill points. The energy is there. It would just be the weight would be an issue when grinding, but it's not too big of a deal. We'll just do some practicing and hope that one day the wizard gets more movement skills. Alright, let's get rid of all the trash out of here. So 358, and I was at 160, so I made almost 200 million. And like I said, I lost a little bit of trash loot because of messing around trying to defend myself from that guy. But here's what I'm talking about. Like, we have this skill here, which makes our movement speed go up by 10%. And of course, our stamina is tied to sprinting, so you can sprint, but if you dash, it's also stamina. So you don't have very many movement skills as a wizard. So you can run. For evasion, you can hit Shift F if you have that skill, and it'll dodge. You can use magic evasion, you know, and then you got Earth's response, but they don't port you very far. And then when you're trying to run forward or catch somebody, you have teleport, and then use a couple of skills, and you have teleport. But that is literally on cooldown for 6 seconds out of the rotation, you know. So if you teleport, you got 6 seconds where, you know, you're just kind of stuck. And that was a weird interaction. It kind of, but, and then that it's just it's very frustrating. So, but that's okay. We adapt to that. Let me dump this stuff in storage real quick, and then we'll look at how many potion pieces I have, or how many pity pieces I have. All this stuff goes in the warehouse, and I mean, in terms of profit, I have 97 pure force breath. That's where a lot of the silver is coming from out of it. But these go there, that goes there. We'll move you up there for just a second. Let's open this and see what we get. Some hards. Okay.
Many comes and goes.
You can go there. We'll put you back in here. Alright, let's look at the pity pieces. So I have 15 now. Not too bad, but for 5 or 6 hours, that's still kind of bad. I had 37 Blood Wolf's Oath before the ancient one, the double ancient drop happened. But we're halfway there, so we'll see. Maybe we'll get lucky at one point, but there is no drop event going on right now, and I don't have any more easy scrolls. I have a bundle that has 30% in it. So I got 5 30%, and then I have, I thought I had some in here. I don't think so. I have these agresses, which I am going to use these at actual centaurs to just make silver out of. The other thing is going to be that I have some J scroll. I have 5 more of these agresses. So I have 12 of these agress things to use at centaurs to get silver out of. Oh, where's the other box at? It's here somewhere. There's a Jay's hammer that I'm going to use later. I have a bunch of J scrolls. There they are. 5 J scrolls. So I have some drop rate. So that's 5 hours of pot piece hunting. Then I have a 30% for 5 hours here. And we have some dragon blessings here as well. So I got 6 more hours there. So I got 11 hours of 30%, and I got 5 hours of 100%. And then I think I got a couple of other drop rate increases here and there. So we still got quite a few hours that I can go pot piece hunting that is going to be boosted. But the other thing is going to be centaurs. I'm just going to be silver hunting at centaurs. So I'm going to dump the rest of this in the warehouse. So I got 2.7 billion in there, and I have been collecting memfrags and cronstones. So I'm going to do some enhancing later, but what we can do is get another Kaffir's level out of this. I'm pretty sure it only takes 817. Oh, I locked it. I forgot. Kaffir's here. So level 6 requires Kaffir's. 817. So we will gain 10 HP, a damage reduction, +1 and +1, and that is it. So we'll level up. We're getting there. We only need 4 more levels, and then we can go grind for Fallen God stuff. But this is where the Kaffirs really start climbing, so now we're going to need 1258. But more HP is always good. More evasion is always good. 3204 on health, not too bad. But I don't have much else to report. Because I don't, well, I just don't. The grinding is just, it's going slow. We're not getting lucky like we were before. And a lot of other people are grinding it as well. Just trying to knock the potion pieces out. But we'll get there. I'll keep doing it and see. We got plenty of item collection scrolls. So we won't run out of that anytime soon. And we're going to try and make gains in the life skill department in between grinding sessions. So I'm going to take a break from Ronaros for a little while. And I think what I'm going to do is probably grind the centaurs out on these as much as I can stand it. Just to get the silver back. But that's all I got for today. I know it's nothing fantastic, no huge exciting video like the last few days, but I wanted to give a little bit of a weekly update on where the grinding is at. So thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good rest of your Saturday, and as always, until next time.